In the Arctic, betrayal doesn't look like treason. It looks like survival. The expedition was planned for 1 full year, 12 months surrounded by ice, wind, and a silence so deep you could hear your own thoughts too clearly. Contact with the outside world was scheduled. Mistakes had no reset button. The people the same faces, day after day. She went there as a biologist, a professional used to solitude, structure, and clear boundaries. At home, she left behind a husband, a calm routine, and the sense that her life was already mapped out. The Arctic was supposed to be just a career milestone, a line on her resume, nothing more. He went as the expedition's cook, not a scientist, not a hero, but the person everyone depended on. In -40, hot food isn't comfort, it's psychological support. He knew everyone who couldn't sleep, who lied in letters home, who was starting to break. For the first months, they barely noticed each other. She came into the kitchen quietly, fast, returned to her samples. He worked from early morning until late at night, asking no questions. In the Arctic, you don't interfere with someone else's silence. Everything changed during the polar night. When daylight disappeared completely and time lost its shape, she began staying in the kitchen longer, not because of food, but because of light and warmth. He put the kettle on for her without asking. Their conversations were short, about nothing, but that nothing became a form of rescue. They never talked about their families, as if those words could shatter the fragile balance. Out here, at the edge of the world, there was an unspoken agreement. The past stayed beyond the ice. Their affair didn't start suddenly. It grew out of exhaustion, isolation, and the need to feel another living person nearby. No promises, no plans. Just glances, touches, quiet steps toward each other in the narrow corridors of the station. They understood it was temporary, but the Arctic erases the word temporary. There is only now. When only weeks remained before the end of the mission, they began seeing each other less. Not because of conflict, because of clarity. Each of them already knew what came next. Packed bags, final reports, a return flight, and a life where this could never be spoken aloud. On the plane, they sat in different rows. They didn't look at each other. They didn't say goodbye. At home, everything was exactly where it had been. How was the year? Productive. Hard. You get used to it. They returned to their families as if nothing had happened. No confessions, no traces, no attempts to continue. And yet sometimes, in the most ordinary moments, in a kitchen, in silence, among familiar smells, each of them remembered the Arctic. Not as the place where they cheated, but as the place where, once,